Good evening, wrestling fans. I'm your host, Louis, the Encyclopedia of Pro Wrestling.
And Jay, the heel kid of pro wrestling.
And this is Evolution of Pro Wrestling. Thank you. Welcome, wrestling fans. We are live. We are back for week 2. Today, we got an awesome show for you today. I can't wait to discuss this awesome show that we're going to have. All around professional wrestling news. And with a massive topic that we're going to have today that many people are going to love to talk about. So let's get right to it, Jay. AEW has sold 75,000 tickets in the Wembley Stadium and have not announced one match yet in the event.
That's true.
What are your thoughts on that? Dave Biddle, Jeremy, what's going on, brothers? Welcome. Mike Shields, welcome everybody.
That's pretty interesting, the fact that they didn't even announce at least one match yet, and I feel like that could be due to the fact that this is probably going to be a very interesting event. So it'll probably leave people on their seats.
What's up? Yo, Russell, what's going on, brother? No, this is definitely going to be a prestigious event. AEW is all out. I think it's all out, all in. I forgot what was it. What was it?
All out.
They're gaining momentum.
Adam Cole versus MJF main event.
Oh, that's going to be a good match.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be a good match. I got to give him that. Also, we saw Rob Van Dam. He said AEW #1 in the UK. Ha ha. Hey. Hats off to him. But like I mentioned in the chat, can they follow up with it? Can they follow up with it? Go be! Let me get it. Hell yeah, mama. Hell yeah. Welcome, brother. Welcome.
I think they could.
Can they come up with a follow-up? Can AEW continue with good storylines? Can they do what they do?
Definitely.
Who knows?
Definitely.
You know, Rob Van Dam made his debut, but is he permanently there? He said, seriously, good for AEW. No, it is. It is good for AEW. You know what I mean?
Good for AEW.
It's very good for AEW. They doing their thing. You know what I mean? But they gotta really push it to the limit after this. You know what I'm saying? You can't come out and do an awesome pay-per-view and then all of a sudden the shit goes down. Jimbo, welcome, bienvenido. But it's interesting to see where this event is gonna go. James, hey yo.
Definitely. Yes.
So a lot of things have been happening in AEW. A lot of things have been happening in professional wrestling outside and inside. For example, again, fucking Vince McMahon got subpoenaed and brought to the grand jury. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I curse? I'm so sorry. That's because we're MA, mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Fucking it. But, yo, my man, when the fuck you gonna stay out of trouble? AEW is a secondary promotion. Of course they are. They are. But they're pretty much like a WCW, modern day WCW.
Definitely, yeah.
At that time, you know, Eric Bischoff had a better mind. Tony Khan has the money.
Yeah.
Somewhat of a story aspect thing, but no fucking cursing. That's give a fuck. This is MA, man. MA, mature audiences only. No politics, no bullshit. Straight pro wrestling. Oh, thank you. All right, back to the topic at hand. Professional wrestling. Vince McMahon, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are your thoughts on this lawsuit?
What's going on here? I mean, it's just lawsuit after lawsuit for this man. Like, when is this man gonna realize that him being in the company is just gonna bring the company back down to what he already had it down to? It's time for him to go. Like, it's time for him, to go bye-bye. He needs to leave the company for good and never come back to it because they don't need him anymore and they don't want him anymore. Like I said, it's just lawsuit after lawsuit with this man. This man catches lawsuits back to back. Every time he steps foot in this company, it's always something against him. And when is he going to realize that he needs to go? When is he going to realize that he doesn't need to be in WWE anymore?
No, that's what I'm saying. And he just had major back surgery. He just had major back surgery. So he's out. He's recuperating. So what does that mean now for the WWE? Did Triple H take over? Is Triple H the one handling the booking right now? From the Monday Night Raws you guys have seen in SmackDown, what are your thoughts about this situation? Okay, Jeremy says the Elite resigned yesterday, and Kenny even mentioned they might show up Collision one night. Look for Kenny Omega versus CM Punk for an All in London. That's my prediction. You heard it first. Oh, interesting. That would be a very interesting match. Tell me about CM Punk and Kenny Omega. What are your thoughts on that match if that match were to happen?
CM Punk versus Kenny Omega. That would honestly, I could see that match happening between Kenny Omega and CM Punk. You know, two guys going. You know, I mean, CM Punk is still a little baby, but you know, we're not even gonna get into that right now. But you know, seeing Kenny Omega go up against somebody like CM Punk, I can't knock the man for all of his, for just his or just for the way he acts, because you know he does have talent in the ring. So seeing Kenny Omega versus CM Punk would actually be interesting. AEW is like a rich guy who did all that he want and looks for a way to spend money only for ego. You're not even wrong. That's true. AEW needs that match to happen. They definitely do. Like I said, I could definitely see that match happening in the future.
Now,
what up, guys? The Vince stuff is simply one word: karma. You're not even wrong. That's literally everything that's going on with him right now. Is karma. Everything happening to Vince McMahon is karma. You're right. Your podcast live is unbelievable, Lou. Dad.
I'm sorry?
Padrino thinks our podcast.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. What up, guys? Vince, sir. Thank you, Freddie. Thank you. So we continue with that. With Vince McMahon, don't get me wrong, the man was a fucking genius when he was at his heydays. He knew what he was doing. He skyrocketed WWE to new heights, brought new stars, but when you're so caught up in the old ways, I kind of asked this question in the chat before with Dave, and I said, Dave, what's the problem now with professional wrestling? AWA was an amazing organization, but what happened to it? The same thing that happened with Vern Gagne. Didn't want to change times, didn't want to do shit. Is the same fucking thing that Vince McMahon is doing. Here's James says, Tony Khan has the money. He doesn't have the wrestling knowledge to run a successful company.
That's
bingo.
True.
That's the difference with Triple H and Tony Khan.
Tony Khan, yeah.
And Jeremy Nix mentioned that to me a long time ago. It's a poker game. Triple H is a little better in that poker game than Tony Khan is. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Vince did what Fritz Von Erich and Vern, I don't know how to say that last name, were afraid to do. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Oh,
I don't want to pronounce
Vern
it
Gagne.
Wrong. Oh, Gagne. Well, there you go. I didn't want to pronounce it wrong. Dang. So he said Vince did what Fritz Von Erich and
Vern Gagne would be afraid to do. Exactly. Jeremy. Yeah, LA Knight boys. What's up, fellas? What's going on, bro? Yo, LA Knight. What the fuck are they doing with LA Knight? Like, come on, man. Like, first you make him lose the Money in the Bank, then you make him lose the United States title tournament. Like, what the actual fuck are you doing with this man? He's so over. He comes out, let me talk to you, and fans go crazy. And as soon as he comes out, he goes over. He said, L.A. Knight, yeah. Like, come on, man.
LA Knight versus The Rock.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. That would be some funny shit.
What would be a lead
if he was? No, but supposedly The Rock is supposed to be coming to SummerSlam. So
interesting.
That's what I'm saying.
AEW copy the Mexican leagues like AA and El Consejo, I think. Confrontations without the sense of correct rundowns.
Listen, I'm telling you, they need to put that man over for sure. They have to. They gotta stop fucking around and put him over. He's good talent. He could have been the United States champion.
He could have
been the United States champion. Put him against fucking Austin Theory.
I don't either. I hope they don't give LA Knight the Rusev Day treatment. I hope to God that they don't do that to him.
There's no need for that. There's no need for that.
They can make this man a star for real.
Jimbo says AEW copy the Mexican leagues like AAA and El Consejo. Confrontations without sense or correct rundowns. Exactly. Dave Biddle says WWE has a hard time adjusting storylines when the fans push a worker like Knight. That's true. That's true. Because, okay, for an example, Roman Reigns took a hot minute to become fucking heel.
He did.
Until the pandemic happened, WWE was out of options. Their storylines were fucking suck. They were terrible. They were bad. And hey, my lovely wife, my beautiful wife, Yesenia, my producer and director. Thank you for joining us, honey. We love you. And Evan, hi Evan. Oh, sorry, your brother's watching us too.
Hi guys.
Let me see. He better win the Battle Royal Sunday at SummerSlam. It's a possibility. That would be a stepping stone for him to join. But my thoughts, my question is, what are your thoughts on this Bloodline Tribal Combat match that we're gonna get to later with our predictions?
Something very interesting, especially since it's gonna be like a first time done thing. It's actually not.
There's no rules. No rules.
Exactly. It's not
the tribal chief throne is on the line along with the Universal Championship.
Yep.
So that's it's gonna be interesting to see that.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be interesting to see where that match is gonna go.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of speculation that Jimmy might show up and cost Jay the match.
You think so?
We're gonna get into that later. But as we continue with professional wrestling, what has been your favorite moment so far this week in professional wrestling? Tell us now what you guys know. While you guys do that, we're waiting. Jeremy says we already know that Vince doesn't like to put over someone who the fans pick. Only what Vince likes. Exactly. Brock Lesnar.
All the money, the money.
Come on, man. How many times the dirty shits today are saying and new champion Jay Uso? That's I wouldn't mind hearing that too.
I'm about to say
because listen, I like the Usos, but Jimmy is the weakling. Jay is the strong one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No offense to him.
He is the strong one of the brothers, though.
Jay Uso is an elite. He's an elite star.
Jay Uso's also had a lot to do with the Bloodline story as well. He's had a big, crucial role in a part.
Let's hope, Mike. Let's hope so.
I feel like without him,
without
him, the storyline wouldn't have been as interesting.
Okay, so here's a favorite moment from Freddie King. Freddie King said RVD coming out to his original music to confront Jack Perry. I like that because I saw that yesterday.
Yeah,
I saw it. I'm like, oh shit, RVD. I'm like, my man, old school. Right. Jimbo says I saw Moxley in Independent League. What, bro? That guy, it's wrestling. He puts his life in the game every day. Absolutely. He's determined.
He was a hardcore wrestler.
Of course. He was independent. He was in shoe fighting.
Yeah.
Dave Biddle says the Elite resigning with AEW, WWE would bury them. I don't know. If you let Triple H handle it, maybe there's a chance. Maybe.
I'm about to say, but if we have Vince on there, then we have no chance.
Jeremy says they have to pull the trigger and send a message to AEW to top that for London. Absolutely.
They definitely
Jeremy says, I'm not going to happen. Louis Jaden, Roman Reigns retains. Oh, we're going to get to those predictions today and why. We're going to see who's going to get involved. We're going to see what's going to go on in SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But, when you talk about SummerSlam, before we go to that, one more AEW detail. Hikaru Shida is the new women's AEW champion. She was crowned last night in Dynamite. She won the title. Good. About time she won the title. What are your thoughts on that young lady? She's an excellent talent. She does great in the women's division in AEW. Now she has the title. She's the world title. And it seems to me the women have been dominating the wrestling world. Look at Rhea Ripley, for instance. She's a fucking beast. She's like beast. She's body slamming people. She's the world champion. Asuka. I'm loving Asuka as the women's champion. Her attitude.
Everything is amazing.
Like everything is happening with this. Becky Lynch. Bianca Belair is slowly turning heel. Miss Nancy, welcome. Thank you. Women in power. There you go. Hashtag women in power. You're right, honey.
Exactly.
They doing it up, and I gotta give it.
Surprise to me, but well earned. I agree, though. It was a surprise to me too. But I
say hello to your grandmother.
I did say hello.
That
is well earned.
No, exactly. Well earned. You gotta give these women the well earned because not for nothing. The women have been putting much more of a show than the men have lately, and I'm sorry to say that, but they have. They've been doing it, and I gotta give it when to give it due. Like I said, Rhea Ripley is the top star to me in the WWE's women division right now. Second, Asuka.
Asuka.
I'm sorry. That's what I see.
That's what I see.
You know
too.
what I mean?
I agree.
But you know what else I see? I see you guys sharing our content all over social media. Bring everybody in for this content. We got all news all over professional wrestling. Also, along with our topic of the night, the history of SummerSlam, leading into our predictions for this Saturday's awesome card of SummerSlam. Thank you. Jimbo says I'm a little upset because some creation like 205 for the people who are aerial wrestling was great, but then let it die and now it's only a memory. It is true, because though. That's Vince work.
Sad, but
that's Vince work.
It is Vince work.
That's Vince work. Unfortunately, that's Vince's work.
Definitely, you know what I mean? That's just how it is.
That's what he does. That's what the fuck he does.
That's what he does best.
You know what I mean? And I'm thankful that he didn't get a chance to get his hands on the SummerSlam card because I hope he
did it, man.
He didn't have a say so in that shit because I'll be like, man, my man, like, keep your ass out that shit.
Now, majority of the pay-per-views that have came out though recently have been very good though, so I highly doubt that they're gonna give him the opportunity to take over SummerSlam now if WWE's been on a roll right now.
Yeah, no, but WWE's definitely.
Like I said, they're gonna have to keep up that roll because AEW's right behind.
And like Jeremy Nick said, WWE has to come. Oh, that's another thing.
Yo, listen.
That's another thing. There's also been speculation that in that SummerSlam that Bray Wyatt might be returning.
They did say that.
We don't know when. I think I might have a feeling which match, but we're gonna discuss that in our prediction match.
Yes.
And for the kicker, at the end of the show, with the help of a great creative team that we have finally come up with every single tag team for the Night of Horrors Tag Team Massacre Part 1 and 2. And we will be announcing the first bracket 2 matches for that event. And you guys are going to love these fucking matches. I guarantee you.
You guys are going to love these matches. They're really good.
Great tag team matches.
Amazing matches.
Great tag team matches. And it's going to be history making.
Of course.
But when you talk about history making...
Wait, there's one more question. Guys, you think people are ready for other Attitude Era, ECW era, Heyman can work with that?
I don't think so.
I
don't think so. Like, that's my biggest problem with AEW. Like, you had an Attitude Era already. You can't duplicate that. You cannot make any duplication of that.
Yeah.
That's just not going to work.
You got to move on.
You know what I mean? You got to do it better.
I'm not saying you got to go into like a whole PG era like WWE did where like they just made it boring at a point. But I'm saying, like they said, you can't replicate another Attitude.
I just got a message from Russell. Russell, thank you for sharing this, Russell. Russell, apparently, from news, Matt Jackson shares his thoughts after re-signing. They have re-signed with AEW. Elite has signed with AEW. It says, we were literally the E in AEW. The Elite are the main characters of this company. No matter how different AEW is now from its original interception. We are the DNA, and if you lose the foundation of your home, it eventually collapses. It'll be a lie if I said that didn't weigh on us when making the decision. They got lucky.
They did get lucky.
Because AEW, the Elite right now, is their top thing going on right now in AEW.
Interesting thing, right? Ooh, that's crazy. They did get lucky though.
But
I mean, they're not wrong though. They got a point.
AEW is right now making history in Wembley Stadium with so many fucking tickets.
They definitely are.
And they're on the verge of breaking WrestleMania 32's record indoor and WrestleMania 3.
They definitely are.
So that's history. And again, back to going to what we said. When you mention history, SummerSlam is the greatest event of the summer. SummerSlam is awesome. Here we go. Dave says, growing up, I watched Larry the Axe Hennig and Fritz Von Erich wrestle. My favorite SummerSlam moment was seeing their kids wrestle for the Intercontinental Championship. Kerry Von Erich beating Kurt Hennig. I remember that. I remember that match. I remember listen, SummerSlam to me, one of my best moments in SummerSlam. The history of SummerSlam is our topic of the night, Jaden.
Yes.
SummerSlam is a known event for the summer of WWE. One of my favorite moments was when the Ultimate Warrior came down in 1989 to beat the Honky Tonk Man in 11 seconds. That skyrocketed his fucking career out of there. What match have you seen at SummerSlam that stands out to you?
I forgot the year, but Edge versus Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell match. These two fought in a Hell in a Cell. At the end of the match, Undertaker
and Edge chokes him right through the ring. Yeah,
that's what I said. Undertaker and Edge, he chokeslammed him right through the ring, and then the ring lit on fire after that.
No, okay.
That's a match that stands out.
It's still a good match. Because Undertaker's always been a good person in Hell in a Cell.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
This
Bret versus British. Oh man, Bret versus British Bulldog. The first main event in SummerSlam, Wembley Stadium in London, England, to main event. That was not a world heavyweight. That was not a world heavyweight title match. It was the Intercontinental Championship, and the British Bulldog won that match.
That was a really good match, though, between
Triple H, The Rock beating The Rock, and Triple H fighting HBK when he returned.
That was a good
Absolutely
one. Oh
wonderful.
man, that was a bloody match, though.
I remember that. Oh
That
man,
was
you
a
talking about
bloody
SummerSlam
match.
history? The Mega Powers against the Twin Towers at SummerSlam. Oh man. That was one. Oh man! Oh, I remember that match, Jeremy. That match was an instant classic between those two. Like that was Bret Hart's first ever singles title win that he ever had. I saw that match and I loved it.
Wow.
I loved it. And I even loved the match when it was. Let me see, if I'm not mistaken. There was one between Stone Cold, Triple H, and Mankind. Mankind. I believe Mankind won his first world heavyweight title.
Interesting.
His first world heavyweight title.
And it went on first. Hart versus. And it went on first. Okay. Dang, that's really interesting.
No, it was good. There was many matches. Okay, there was many matches that were put over. There was some matches that weren't too good at SummerSlam. There was segments that were there in the SummerSlam. Brian says, I was just watching Bret versus Owen Hart in the steel cage. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good match between those two. The rivalry between Bret the Hitman Hart and Owen Hart, the King of Hearts. Awesome rivalry. I enjoyed it. Yes, I love it. Yep, summer 1990. Mankind won the World Heavyweight title. There was also a time that I remember that Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Hulk Hogan fought Macho King and Zeus in 1989. I love that match because I was a huge Hogan fan, and I love the pairing of Brutus Beefcake and Hulk Hogan at the time because that had came from the movie No Holds Barred. When they watched No Holds Barred. What's up, Alvin? The topic is the history of SummerSlam. For those tuning in, we are having the history of SummerSlam tonight. We'll talk all about SummerSlam. We'll talk about the history, your favorite matches, your favorite moments, all that stuff. Hi, honey. How are you? My wife and producer is just passing by really quickly. There was also a match in 1998. Stone Cold Steve Austin took on The Undertaker. Awesome match. But the build-up to the rivalry to that was amazing. It was
phenomenal, man. That was a very good build-up to that to a rivalry like that. It was something very great to see.
Now,
love that feud between Hogan, Zeus, and them.
Yeah, that was a good feud. That was a good feud, and I loved it. I loved it all the time. Jeremy says, let's not forget the second. I was just about to mention that. I'm gonna get to that. Brock versus The Rock. Absolutely, that was the passing of the torch when The Rock lost the title to Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar was the hottest thing right there.
Brock Lesnar was actually good.
Okay. There's a match, the first ever Elimination Chamber match at SummerSlam. Chris Jericho, Triple H, Goldberg, Kevin Nash, Randy Orton, and Shawn Michaels.
That match was phenomenal, man.
When Shawn Michaels won the World Heavyweight title.
I'm pretty sure he won the World Heavyweight title.
He pretty much finished his comeback when he came back.
He did.
Oh, I remember that. Triple H versus The Rock at SummerSlam 98 ladder match. Yes.
That is true.
Yes, I remember that match. Favorite SummerSlam moment?
Oh, he was responding to Alvin's comment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That match happened at Survivor Series, bro. Which match?
Which one?
The SummerSlam match with Triple H and Triple H and The Rock happened at SummerSlam.
I could have sworn him and The Rock fought on multiple occasions.
Of course they did.
I'm about to say that.
Of course they did.
Maybe that's what you're thinking about then. Because I'm pretty sure, I'm about to say, I could have sworn The Rock and Triple H have fought more than one time before. The first Elimination Chamber match, it happened at Survivor Series?
No. This Elimination Chamber match happened in SummerSlam 2003, August 24th, 2003. that match, yeah. But the first ever happened, yes, at Survivor Series.
So
He's right. The first one.
Okay, so the first one at SummerSlam.
This one at SummerSlam.
This Elimination
is the first
Elimination Chamber at SummerSlam.
So, and then you had a world. This was the first time Randy Orton won the World Heavyweight title. Hi, how are you? Won the World Heavyweight title. He beat Chris Benoit at SummerSlam in 2004, August 15th. Yes, the second chamber. You're right. Now, what are your thoughts when it comes to making a name at SummerSlam? Like you saw the return of Triple H.
You did
when Triple H was hurt. Triple H was hurt. He had surgery, and all of a sudden, boom, he gets hurt.
That's true.
He gets hurt.
Yeah, that's when Goldberg got handcuffed to the chamber.
And got the living shit beat out of him. Yep. Yep, that was the second elimination chamber. You're right. Yeah. You're absolutely right. So, yes, Chris versus Randy Orton was very underrated, but it was a good match. It was a good match.
It was a match I wasn't expecting, not gonna lie, but it was a good match. I feel like it turned out for the better.
No, it was a very good match.
Definitely turned out for the better.
Very, very good match.
Yeah.
And to this day, I like the SummerSlam moments. I like certain SummerSlam moments that you see. The match Icon versus Icon. Icon versus Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan. That shit was fucking funny though.
That match.
Because Shawn Michaels...
he was overselling
Hulk Hogan's moves the entire match.
Randy Orton versus Hulk Hogan.
Yes, I remember that match too. But that match with Shawn Michaels and him, that shit fucking got me. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah,
that shit had me rolling.
It was funny.
I'm like, my man, cut that shit out.
Oh, I know Hulk Hogan was
the first TLC match. That's also
first TLC match.
First TLC match. I forgot that was the was that the Hardy Boys against Edge and Christian, right?
WrestleMania though?
No. He said, "How you felt about Brock and Orton?"
That was alright.
It was alright. The build-up was good. I just didn't like the fact when fucking Brock Lesnar broke his head open with his elbow. Like you could have killed the man.
Yeah.
Like no matter how fucking professional you are, no matter how much you're able to take hits and stunts you hit, I don't think those type of hits you should be receiving. Period.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Too much into the MMA.
Yeah, no, I didn't like that shit.
Yeah,
like that to me was
versus Batista.
That was a good one too.
That one was
Keep
great.
them coming, guys. Keep them coming. We'll try to comment as much as we can.
That one was great.
That one was good too. That rivalry was good between them when Batista came to SmackDown.
Yeah,
you know it was good.
That was when that was when he went to SmackDown.
Said I like
I like Brock versus The Rock instead.
Of course, because it was a good match. It was actually Brock Lesnar actually had a good fucking match.
It was back when Brock Lesnar had an arsenal with his movesets.
He was actually good.
Everything is just
Suplex City and all this fucking power.
HBK versus Hogan was okay. Build up was awesome, and Hulk dressing up and HBK versus Hogan.
The whole Larry King segment. I remember that.
Was funny.
Batista bomb on the step. That shit fucking hurt.
That had to hurt.
That shit hurt.
That had to be.
That shit hurt.
Full.
And you know what's painful? That you guys haven't shared our content. Please share our content. Bring everybody in.
Metal steps, man.
No, that shit was lethal.
On metal steps.
You could have. Give me 20 million. I'll probably take that shit. 20 mil and I'll fucking take a power bomb.
You're gonna need to give me more than that.
I'll be. Alright, 50 mil, but my back will be broken, but they can fix me with all that money I got. Make me into a fucking robot.
Oh, man.
Or something. Yep, we were talking about that. Owen Hart and Bret Hart, that rivalry itself, the build-up from WrestleMania going into SummerSlam was awesome.
Of course.
Was awesome. And including Jim Neidhart, the late Jim Neidhart and late British Bulldog in that. Was awesome, man.
Definitely a good
awesome,
one.
And I loved it. I love the rivalry between those two. And it's a damn shame that Owen Hart is still not in the fucking Hall of Fame.
I mean, that's not really his fault, though. Like, that's his wife's
fault. It's his wife's fault.
His
wife's fault. SummerSlam and Famey through the gobbledygook. Oh man, that Undertaker versus Undertaker, that shit was trash.
That match.
I was glad the Undertaker came back. But that shit was still fucking terrible. Trash. I'm sorry.
It was terrible.
It was it showed a new Undertaker. It showed a new gimmick of him. But I couldn't fucking deal with it.
How about Undertaker? Like, that's what
that shit was funny though. It was funny though. I enjoyed. It was pretty okay.
It was a weird match.
But it was a good way to bring the Undertaker back. But
I want to say at least Punk versus Jeff Hardy when Taker showed up. That was a good match. I'm pretty sure it was a ladder match.
Brian watched it last night.
Bradley Day, if I'm not mistaken, you're talking about the ladder match that those two had. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. That was the TLC.
The world heavyweight title.
Trash match, but I did enjoy his return. Exactly.
Me too, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure that's
his return.
I'm pretty sure that was the highlight of the match.
His return was amazing. His return was amazing. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know, the big earn. Oh yeah. You know, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a damn shame that Undertaker just got hurt, man. He got hurt too many times. It was awesome seeing him at SummerSlam.
It was.
You know what I mean?
I'm about to say it was awesome seeing him perform anywhere.
No, it was good. Punk and Jeff Hardy was a good match.
Punk and Jeff Hardy.
I give it that. They had a good match.
They had a really good match.
Oh man, this one too. Undertaker versus Mankind in a border room brawl match.
That match
when Paul Bearer turned on him.
Yes, that was a good match. Man. I'm not gonna lie, that was crazy. I wasn't expecting Mankind and Paul Bearer, but that was a very good turn. Austin versus Owen Hart, SummerSlam first time. I didn't even know those two fought at all.
That who?
Austin versus Owen Hart, SummerSlam.
Yeah. That's when that's actually when Owen Hart almost broke the neck of Stone Cold.
Oh goodness!
Almost got him paralyzed.
Oh man.
Oh, Ray versus Eddie Guerrero, custody of Dominic. Holy shit!
Man.
Those two.
That was man,
those two with their match. Oh man. When those two got in the ring, it was always an instant classic.
Of course.
Every fucking match they had was instant classic.
Had amazing chemistry.
Exactly. Amazing chemistry.
Together.
They knew what they were doing. Edge and Cena was pretty good. But I always liked the Eddie Guerrero's and Rey Mysterio matches. I loved it. Loved it every time they got into the ring with each other.
Too.
Because they put on an exhibition. They put on a great show, and I used to love their match.
I did too.
Every single time. Yeah, the power driver almost nearly killed Austin.
Austin versus Angle during
the invasion era. That was also a great rivalry. Those two. I remember that. Oh man, it was good times with SummerSlam. SummerSlam was. It was an amazing event.
It was.
And it still is an amazing event.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the matches that you've seen in it, you look at it like, holy shit. Like, these are memories you take back. You look back at it and you wonder, can these matches be duplicated? Can these matches be something?
I don't think these matches could ever be duplicated. I do feel like there could
Booker T versus The Rock.
There could be room for more matches. Like, there could always be matches that get their own kind of taste, but I don't ever think a SummerSlam match.
Okay, I got one for you right here.
The worst match was Triple H versus Khali.
Yeah, that shit. Well, surprisingly, the match was okay.
It wasn't
bad. Too bad. It wasn't too bad.
I was about to say, it wasn't horrible.
See, now this match got me. This match got me. John Cena versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship with Triple H as the special referee.
Yes.
Excuse me. That's when Randy Orton comes out with the briefcase. And Triple H turns on Daniel Bryan.
He does.
Boom. Yep. The Daniel Bryan yes movement begins from there, heading into WrestleMania.
Yeah, and then that's when Daniel Bryan finally got a taste of the titles.
And he didn't have it too much because they were
he got injured.
They were destroying him.
Yeah,
they were destroying him with matches.
He got injured bad.
Rick Rude and Ultimate Warrior old school Blue Cage match. I remember that.
The Blue Cage.
I remember that matchup.
I remember seeing that Blue Cage.
No, I definitely remember seeing that Blue Cage. With that time of that Blue Cage, that was considered the ring general of professional wrestling. Mm-hmm. That's where you handled all your problems in the steel cage. Dave says, as a wrestler, everyone wants to main event WrestleMania, SummerSlam event. It's the next best main event in America. Exactly.
That's true.
If it's not that, it's Royal Rumble.
Yep.
The road to WrestleMania.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And SummerSlam was an awesome event.
It was an awesome event.
But it's going to be even more an awesome event come this Saturday when we give you our SummerSlam predictions. Awesome. This is going to be an awesome SummerSlam. Many great matches in my opinion.
Squash match?
Yeah, that shit was terrible. He said, I think when Roman Reigns came back as a heel 2020 was great. Yes. that set off everything with the tribal chief.
That was
everything.
The tribal chief.
That set off everything for the tribal
chief was born.
Yep, everything was good from there.
That was when.
And we're gonna get to the tribal chief momentarily with our SummerSlam predictions. It was just announced SummerSlam Battle Royal. So, the match made in hell. I remember that. Before we get into this, I remember that. That's when the Ultimate Warrior got fired. It was Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior against Iron Sheik, General Adnan, and Colonel Mustafa. That was and Sergeant Slaughter. Okay. Iron Sheik, that's Colonel Mustafa, and Adnan. Ultimate Warrior was holding Vince McMahon hostage for some money. And as soon as he got out, you're fired. Yeah. But that was a good match. I enjoyed it though. Austin and Taker was good too.
Yeah.
But SummerSlam announced a battle royal. Starting off the show, many mentioned that they want LA Knight to win that event. Sheamus and LA Knight are the first two participants, also leading into Shinsuke Nakamura.
I think LA Knight
who's also in that. He should win. There's going to be many stars in this battle royal. Who do you think should win this?
I think LA Knight for sure. I feel like it's about time they finally give this man the push that he needs. Give this man his push, please.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna.
I'm serious.
I think he should. He
needs it.
Though. He
needs this fucking push. Like, give him the push, man. What is your predictions on this SummerSlam Battle Royal, fans? Give it up.
I definitely think he needs his push. LA Knight should win for a future shot title.
I agree.
That's why I said he needs his push.
That segment was funny when he said Will Smith is in the ring, but I didn't know Uncle Phil was a rapper. Like, my man was a fucking savage. Speaking of savage, did you guys hear Paul Heyman on ESPN?
Yeah, he was wildin'.
Yo, they asked him. He said he was the GOAT. And the dude said, Bobby Heenan was. He said, screw him. He's dead. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this dude
that's a bold statement right there.
Bold with that shit, man. Yeah, he's been winning by cheating to complete his heel turn. So I guess they want him back as a heel?
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Shinsuke as a heel, so.
But they better do something with him.
I'm about to say, if you're going to turn him heel, do something
with him. God, I hope.
Maybe a judgment? Maybe put him on a judgment?
And I don't know about that. LA Knight versus Seth could be a great program. That's also true. Two of the greatest, smoothest talks right now.
I wouldn't mind seeing those two go
out.
That's something I would.
Who's your thought on that?
LA Knight.
I'm going with LA Knight too.
LA Knight is taking that one.
All right. The next match is a match in the making, which I'm glad this woman is probably going to leave after this fucking match. In MMA rules, Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler. Did he just say top dollar is my pick? He said, just kidding. He said he was in character, Lewis. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. I gotta give my money to Baszler.
Me too.
All the way. Baszler all the way. Ronda Rousey, it's time for your ass to fucking go.
She's washed now.
They can both go. No. I like Shayna. I like Shayna Baszler. They just not using her wrong. He said, Ronda, please leave. Ronda leaves, please.
Yes, please.
Like you got to give her her due.
Shayna
Baszler was wasn't given the push because of Vince McMahon. But to me, my pick is Baszler.
I think everybody's going for
Baszler all the fucking way.
Everybody's going for her.
Ronda, take your funky ass and get out.
Yeah,
you gotta.
Yep.
Famous.
Go.
But I'm looking forward to seeing that matchup.
Yeah.
So we got Shayna Baszler as the pick.
We do have Shayna.
This match is interesting
because out and helps LA Knight beat Hit Row.
That'd be funny. Ronda wins, Shayna to win the wrestling rematch. Possibility. It's a possibility. It could happen. It could happen.
Baszler needs to go back to NXT. Yeah, so that way she can go to NXT and then get the proper push that she needs.
No, she needs a push, man. She needs that push.
Yeah, everybody's going for Shayna Baszler. Like that's a no case. Go to NXT, Ronda. Ronda just needs to leave the company. She just needs to.
Yeah, it's pretty much. She got to go.
She's too stiff.
She got to go.
Ring now. She was all right when she first.
All that shit.
Yeah, she's
like you're not in UFC no more, my mouth. Sorry.
If you want to do all that, go back to UFC and do that.
UFC, WWE is wrestling.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's wrestling.
You know what I'm saying?
Not all that's and whatever.
No, you're bugging out. Yeah, but I'm going for Baszler.
Me too.
Now this next match is gonna be, to me, I think it's gonna be a good one.
Oh yeah.
But it's personal.
It is.
I think now it's personal.
It is very personal.
Logan Paul against Ricochet.
I got Ricochet for that one.
Logan Paul told Ricochet in his face that That's your fiance over there, right? I know that's just gonna bother the fuck out of you when you hear your fiance saying in front of you, the winner, Logan Paul. That's some fucked up shit.
That is, yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to this match.
Me too.
Because like him or not, Logan Paul's an asshole.
I mean,
but he gets it.
He gets the fans' attention, though.
He gets it.
Whoever wins gets a major push. I think Ricochet is gonna win.
Fuck Logan Paul. Hey, I say it for you. F Logan Paul. Say, hey, you're allowed to curse on the chat, man, unless they report you.
I'm about to say, yeah.
We're MA.
Don't curse on the chat. They're gonna
just be careful. Yeah, just be careful.
Yeah,
we can do it. That's what we put. Mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
But we get what you. Yeah, we get.
He's due for a win. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I say Logan is due for a win.
I don't. Man.
Bro would have legit got them hands.
It should steal the show.
He would have legit got them hands.
Yeah. For real, like my man, you talk about my fiance, I'm gonna fuck you up. You talk about my wife, I'm gonna bust your ass.
Right, you talk about my woman.
But hey, they agree with it though.
They do.
They agree with it. They go with it. I want to see Ricochet come out with his Prince Puma attire. That's not a bad idea. Yeah. He said, "Fuck the rules."
Ricochet needs this win. He definitely does need this win.
Of course
I feel
he
like
does.
It will boost his career
Of course he
a
does.
lot. And I feel like I also feel like they're gonna give it to him due to the fact that Logan Paul is already popular outside of wrestling. He's already like an icon outside of the wrestling business. So I feel like this would be a big push for Ricochet. And Ricochet needs this push too because Vince McMahon dropped the ball with him too. So
well, I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup.
Me too. Me too. I got Ricochet winning.
Me too. I got Ricochet too.
Ricochet winning this match.
So the next matchup is going to be a brutal fest.
Fiesta.
Exactly. Junta.
A smacking
the Ring
fiesta.
General, the Intercontinental Champion, Heavyweight Champion, against Drew McIntyre. Wow.
Honestly, this is going to be a hot take, but I got Drew winning this fight. And I say that because I feel like they're gonna try to set Gunther up to probably be a title.
I'm gonna go for Gunther. When WWE went to shit, when they dropped the F for real. Gunther. Alvin says Gunther. I'm going with Gunther. I'm going with the Ring General. Can't pick this one. It's a tough one. It's a difficult choice because it's a hard hitting match. It's going to be a very hard hitting match, and believe me, I have been very, very impressed with Gunther. Like he has put on a show.
He's been proving himself a lot, man.
He has made the Intercontinental title.
By DQ.
He's made the Intercontinental title relevant again. Walter retains.
Walter retains.
That's his original name was. But he doesn't want that name anymore.
Walter.
Say Gunther will be the longest champion. He will break the record. He has.
I'm pretty sure
he's broken Macho Man's record for the longest champion. So he might break the Honky Tonk Man's record.
He could.
But I love him in the ring.
Me too.
Great heel. I love his attitude. I love
everything.
Like he chop. Holy shit.
Those chops.
Like yo, I felt for Matt Riddle when he was fucking him up.
You had to pay me like $100 million.
Yeah. Like hell yeah.
Let alone to get let alone to get a Ric Flair slap from him. I can't even imagine.
I could take a Ric Flair smack.
I don't think I can take one of those.
Hell no.
I don't even think I can take a slap from him either. I would. Jeez.
Okay, here we go. Jeremy says, I think the Scottish Psycho returns with broken dreams. That would be cool.
I hope so.
That will be cool.
I hope.
James says Gunther wins the Rumble and wins the world title next year. That would be cool.
He can chop the
Brian says he can chop the Possibly interference, yes. Honky Tonk should return and hit Gunther with a guitar. Nah,
oh my God,
he will get the shit beat out of him.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Wait, hold on, I don't want to get banned.
Gunther has slapped his
shit. Fuck that.
Oh my God.
But I'm going for Gunther.
I'm going for Gunther. Nah,
you going for Drew McIntyre. All right, so our next matchup, which I think this is one of them that's gonna steal the show possibly. Asuka, the reigning women's champion, versus Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair. I'm going for Asuka.
This is going to be
all the way.
I'm going for
This is going to test Asuka's limit.
This is probably going to be match of the night.
This is going to test Asuka's limit to see what she's really made of, and taking on the two of the top females in the division. Too. It's going to be interesting.
It is.
It's going to be very interesting to see.
What if Ziggler helps Drew?
That'd be interesting.
I mean, they worked together in the beginning when Drew came back, so it's a possibility. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I wouldn't even be surprised, or I wouldn't even be mad at it if it did happen.
Not for nothing.
Bianca turned heel after this. Oh, guaranteed.
I would love it.
There has to be.
I would love it. Love it. We got Asuka. Alvin's picking Asuka.
I'm picking Asuka.
She has to, man. I want her to turn heel.
Me too.
So can the guy people don't talk about? He was a Wolverine.
Who's a Wolverine?
Who's that? So the guy people don't talk about? Who's the Wolverine?
Who's the Wolverine?
Oscar wins, Belair, Flair go off in their own storyline. EO cashes in. Interesting.
Wow.
Hurt Business 2.0. Be careful with that.
Hurt Business 2.0.
He says would be a rematch Belair versus Asuka again. That's possible.
Yeah.
That's possible in the next pay-per-view. It could happen if Asuka wins and because of Flair, that would be cool.
Oh, yeah.
That would be very cool. I want to see Bianca Belair become a heel. But like I said, I'm going for Asuka. But it's possible that Io Sky will win the Money in the Bank match and cash it in.
I agree.
Now, here's the next match, which I think is also going to be a good match, but I think this is going to be the signature stamp of Finn Balor getting out of Judgment Day. Yeah. Finn Balor against Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jaden, thoughts on that?
That's going to be a great match. I got Seth Rollins taking that one, and I do feel like there's probably going to be some kind of interference between one of the Judgment Day members, so... Like you said, that's probably going to be the final, straw for Finn Balor, and he's either going to get beat down or he's going to leave and going to go back
that's
to
not bad.
again.
Asuka and Belair and Hell in a Cell.
Asuka and Hell in a Cell. That would be interesting.
In the event.
That would be
okay, he's going for Finn.
Seth is losing that title soon.
Absolutely, he's going to lose that title soon. I
just don't think so yet. Not yet. But
not for nothing, like I said.
I do think, though, maybe it's a strong possibility that he can
really hope, Bradley, you're wrong. Because I really don't want to see a Senor Money in the Bank
cashing in backfires. I
want Priest to win a title, man.
Yeah, me too.
He deserves that shit. He's a great talent.
I don't think he's gonna cash. I think
Balor wins. Priest cashes in on Balor, gets beat down. Jay McDuffie. Oh shit!
You just took my idea,
man.
Shit. I was thinking the same thing.
Wow!
I was gonna say that,
and then start the rivalry between Finn
Balor and
holy shit,
man. I was thinking the same thing.
D-Ray, you're late, man. You're late. You missed the SummerSlam history. We're talking predictions now.
You read my mind. I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say,
Dom. I want to see Priest win. I've been a fan. Exactly, man.
I want to see Priest win.
I do think
though. That's why
give him that title, man. That's perfect right there, James. Yeah. Like you could. Great minds think alike. Perfect, man. Of course,
that was a great.
Like,
one.
Oh shit!
The same thing. Seth was eventually gonna lose it to Finn down the line, and then Priest was gonna cash it.
I would love that. That would get some revenge for Finn.
That would be awesome.
And then that's when
Finn win, Priest cashes it in on Finn. That's possible.
That's possible,
too.
Man.
Definitely possible.
That would be a perfect way to end to start Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank. To start SummerSlam. That's the perfect way to start SummerSlam. I'm telling you.
A great way to start SummerSlam.
Said James with the hot take of the night. No, it is. That's a hot take, bro.
That is definitely
a fucking hot take.
Definitely.
Like I'm definitely trying to see that shit.
Me too.
Like you got to, man. But now the match of the night, the main event, tribal combat, civil warfare on a new level. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief and current and defending WWE Undisputed Universal Champion against main event Jey Uso.
I feel like there's two outcomes that could happen in this.
All right, compete. See you later.
It's either one,
thank you, brother.
The Rock is gonna show up, or there's three of them. One, The Rock is gonna show up. Two, one of the Uso brothers, or one of the Usos, or the other Uso, and what's that guy?
You lost, Jimmy?
Solo Sequoia is gonna have an interference, or
he said tribal condom. What the fuck? No.
What?
No. Tribal combat, folks.
Tribal combat.
Okay, Jeremy says he's going for Jay. What are your thoughts on this?
I might go for Jay too. I feel like it's about time Jay goes solo.
Okay, so here's a question though. Here's a question though.
Going on a vacation.
Here's a question though. If Finn Balor wins the title and Damian Priest doesn't cash in, we've never had the idea of him cashing in on Roman Reigns.
It's possible. Do you think he's ready for
I don't know. But what do you think of that? The possibility of him cashing in on Roman?
Proven himself to able to cash in on Roman.
Ever since he had that match against Bad Bunny in Puerto Rico, the man earned my respect. Yeah, he got props because you dealt with a fucking hostile crowd.
Jay's not taking it. I hope. You're probably right, but I hope there's going to be a betrayal.
Jimmy,
absolutely.
That's what Jimmy was talking about that this first beginning of the show. Jimmy Uso coming back, turning on him and joining the tribal chief.
I wonder why though. Like, what would be his
probably jealousy
behind that? Probably jealousy. Maybe
that would be the end of the Usos.
That would be the end of the Usos.
The end of the. Does Roman Reigns turn babyface?
I don't think so.
Not yet.
I don't think
it's possible if he does lose.
Solo turning. Somebody's gonna turn or somebody's gonna come back.
It's gonna be interesting to see. Wait a minute, we forgot one more match though. Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes.
This match is that's a bathroom break match.
I'm going for Cody Rhodes.
That's a bathroom break match.
But it's possible that Bray Wyatt might show up and attack Cody Rhodes.
Let's see.
Or Brock Lesnar.
One of them. I hope it would be Cody. Much rather Cody Rhodes.
That would be interesting.
I don't want to see Bray Wyatt and Brock Lesnar in a rivalry. But yeah, I'm going with Cody too.
That would be very interesting to see. James says Heyman turns on Roman. I feel will happen soon. Possibly.
It could.
Brian says it doesn't benefit Romans to become face so soon. He needs to disappear for a year.
He does need to disappear. That's probably why he's leaving. If he's probably gonna.
Cody wins, no Bray. Cody. All right, everybody's picking Cody. So have you seen Cody's document? No, I started watching it. I fell asleep, unfortunately. But it's already good. It's already started off good, and I'm gonna continue watching that documentary.
I'll probably watch it.
I'm definitely gonna watch that documentary. But
Cody wins and finishes the story. Please.
I hope so. I hope so.
This story is so dumb.
He got to continue. He got to do something.
I don't get Brock out of all people.
What? I think he's gonna win the title. Hell of a documentary. I know. Brian told me. Gotta watch it. It's awesome. No, I'm gonna watch it. Believe me, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna continue watching it. I like documentaries like that. You know what I mean? But our time is up, fans. We're wrestling SummerSlam topic, our predictions. As we mentioned to you, fans, we were going to bring you something special, something unique. Oh, well, be careful. I'm sorry. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. As we mentioned a long time ago, Evolution of Pro Wrestling and its creative team have come up with an event called Tag Team Massacre, Night of Horrors, Tag Team Massacre, Tag Team Massacre, Part 1 and Part 2. This will happen in October 26th. We're going to have a 16 teams tournament to determine the number one contender for the EPW United States Tag Team Championship, which is currently held by the Enforcers.
That is currently held by the Enforcers.
So we are going to announce to you, our wrestling fans, bracket number 1. Well, number 2.
I thought it was 2.
Bracket number 2. We're gonna name one of our first brackets, but we're gonna do it in bracket number 2.
Yes.
And we changed up a few matches. We hope you like them. But we can discuss them, but we're not making any predictions today.
Nope.
We're not going to talk about it. We'll do it that day. So, we want to start off this bracket red hot.
Hot.
We had made a change from the Usos and the Young Bucks. It's going to be a change. The Young Bucks are actually going to take on Edge and Christian. That's going to be the first match of bracket 2.
Yes.
He says, speaking of horrors, can we please get Halloween Havoc on the main roster? Yes. He said, James, no fucking predictions. That's right. No predictions.
No predictions.
We're just announcing the matches for the end of the night. Edge and Christian versus the Young Bucks. You can give us your thoughts on that matchup. Give us your thoughts. If it's awesome, if you like it, let us know.
Don't say like your thoughts. Just say if it's good or if you guys like the match because
but I like it. It's gonna be a good match, and I'm looking forward to talking about that match and at that time to decide a winner.
Yes.
The next match is going to be Chris Benoit and Dean Malenko against the Midnight Express. Holy shit. What a battle. He said, no fucking thoughts either. My man James.
Oh my goodness.
You can go ahead and give your thoughts, man. Let's give like, yo, I love it. I can't wait to talk about it. Money match. It's a good match.
That's a good way to put it.
Now this match, look at Jeremy says, it's a good match. It's a good match. No fucking talking.
You guys are something else.
The next match, which to me, I love the change we thought creative. They gave us a great idea. It's going to be the Usos against... No fucking laughing. The Usos against... Oh, look at this. Benoit and Malenko would have been a great tag team. Yes, they would have been. The Usos are going to be taking on... Oh, Lord. What version of the Midnight Express? With Jim Cornette. Let's put the one with Jim Cornette on them. Because I'm sure they were good when they had Jim Cornette as their manager.
Yeah.
Now, again, for like the third time, the Usos' opponents will be Rick and Scott, the Steiner brothers.
Steiner Bros.
No fucking Band-Aids. No finger Band-Aids. The Usos against the Steiner brothers. He says there's two
versions with
hey, whichever guys you guys like.
Whichever version
you like. James, no fucking questions. Laughing my ass off. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a good match, Jeremy.
Nice.
The Steiners against the Usos. What? Take my money.
Take my money.
That's a good match.
That is a good match.
That's a good match. I'm looking forward to calling that one too. FTR against the Hart Foundation.
Hart Foundation.
My man. What a matchup.
What
a dream match for that.
That is a dream match.
That's a fucking dream match.
Eaton and Condre.
Eaton and Lane?
Eaton and Lane.
Ah, okay.
Bobby,
I get you.
Bobby Eaton and
Stan Lane. Yes. That's the one that was with Jim Cornette, I believe. Whichever one is the best.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever one's the best.
James, no questions.
James.
Just here, it's okay. This one was intriguing to me. The Hollywood Blondes, Stone Cold Steve Austin, well, Stunning Steve Austin with the Hollywood Blondes. He said, "Wait, oh shit, wow, hell yeah, definitely a dream match. Yes, FTR and Hearts, you guys duck. You guys duck. You guys suck. Why? What happened?
Crazy.
What happened? Why do we suck? Tell us why we suck. What's the problem with that match? Tell me what happened with that. I gotta hear this one. Why we suck with that one?
Wow.
Say yes, the Hollywood Blondes. It's a good match. I'm gonna be fair today. We already mentioned after we mentioned these last brackets, and we mentioned the first match we announced for the first bracket. I'm gonna be nice and mention one match of the bracket because I know I want to announce this matchup. This is a Slobber Knockover match. So let me see what else to say here. He says back when Steve had his blonde hair, yes. He said Dave didn't want to get banned, so he wrote that. How can I pick a great match? He said, how can I pick? That's what he said. You suck because he can't pick a match. It's a good match. He says, I hated the Hollywood Blondes. They garbage. You crazy?
Oh, wow.
My man, is you fucking nuts?
Oh, man.
Bro, they were hell.
Are you sure we're watching the same Hollywood Blondes? You sure we're not watching different ones?
My man, you sure you're not smoking the Buddha? I don't know, man. They were a great heel tag team, bro.
Yeah, they were.
Come on now.
I'm about to say they weren't even around my time.
The Hollywood Blondes are going to be going up against the New Age Outlaws. That's a match I'm eager to see. The Blondes versus who?
Yes.
The New Age Outlaws. Best team during WCW. Exactly, Anthony. They were a great tag team back then. Jeremy,
they were
for effing blonde.
Funny.
No, they were the guys. Man. They were the guys.
They were the guys. They were
the Hollywood Blondes were the guys. He said, no fucking blondes.
That's crazy.
All right, be careful, guys. I don't want to keep saying that because we're going to get banned.
I'm about to say I used to have.
So, you didn't know?
Oh, you didn't.
The New Age Outlaws against Hollywood Blondes. Also going to be a classic match. This match, surprisingly made the cut. You got Harlem Heat against the Hardy Boys.
I want to see that. Man.
That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one.
That's probably to me that's one
interesting
of the
peoples.
oddest ones here, but it's still interesting.
Yes, that's going to be an interesting one.
That is going to be very interesting.
This one's also going to be interesting. The Rockers versus the New Day, which we don't know which members of the New Day. It could be Kofi and
whatever members you guys want.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whatever members you guys want.
He said, "I like that one." He likes that one. Okay,
all right.
Cool,
Good.
cool. Hollywood Blondes were a knockoff of Pat Patterson and Ray the Crippler Stevens. Yeah, but they still had talent in the ring.
To say, they
still had. Before Stone Cold was Stone Cold, he still was a good technical wrestler, and I enjoyed it. Give me a hell yeah. And the final match, which was given to us by our creative team, was
They Rocks, not
the Lucha Bros
That's crazy.
against ABC from Impact, I believe. That that match is gonna happen. That's the last match of bracket 2. No fudging hell yeah. He said the Browns were more Bockwinkel and Stevens. No, but that was
Bockwinkel.
that was our last match of the bracket 2, Lucha Bros against the ABC. And as many as you heard that the first match we announced was for bracket 1 was the Legion of Doom versus Stan Hansen and Bruiser
Michael Jackson and his brothers.
Michael Jackson and his brothers, really?
What?
He said, "Oh, Rockers versus New Day, love it. Very similar style. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So it's going to be good to call that matchup.
Of course.
But remember, we mentioned LOD versus Stan Hansen and Bruiser Brody. Holy shit!
That's gonna be a match for.
That's gonna be what a rush. That's gonna be what the hee-hees. That's gonna be that match to call is gonna be fucking crazy. With that match, it's gonna be fucking nuts. Okay, we leave you with this matchup. Then the following show, we're gonna announce the remainder of bracket 1's matches. This match was tough to call. We had a lot of back and forth.
Oh man!
But we came up with this match due to creative, and we all made into an agreement. We're going to have. He said, "I love how Jay got it right away."
It was
all right. Let's he's first to hers. Let's cut it out. Let's leave that alone, Jay. It's a he. You fucking guys are fucking crazy.
Oh,
I love this team. I love this crew. I love it. I love this crew.
Me, man.
Okay, let me announce this. Let me announce this match, please. I'm dying over here.
Oh God.
Okay.
I would be thinking.
Here
about
we
that
go.
the whole night, man. That's
Here,
funny.
Here we go. Oh man, yo, my cheeks hurt.
That was funny, yo.
This match. Okay, let me make it more exciting for you guys. The winner of the Legion of Doom versus Stan Hansen and Bruiser Brody match is going to take on the APA or the APA's opponents, the Samoan SWAT team.
These comments are
My face hurts, man. Shit. Anyway, back to the fucking match I just announced, please.
Comments are killing me right now.
The APA versus the Samoan SWAT team. We're not announcing no more matches. Before we leave, Jaden, what are your thoughts on this bracket that we just announced, including that last match, that next match for bracket 1?
Oh man, no, I had to get my giggles out. That was freaking hilarious.
Yes.
The brackets were pretty good though. You know, I'm pretty sure everybody else enjoys the brackets as well. You know,
cheeks, man, cheeks. My face cheeks, God dang it.
The bracket was good, and you know, like me and my dad here, we actually know the matches to all the other ones for the other bracket too. But from what you guys seen on that bracket, these matches are going to be all awesome. And
no, the possibilities of the dream matches happening after we discuss the match and who's going to face off against each other. And then here's another announcement. At the end of the tournament, Someone clapped his cheeks. Jesus Christ. At the end of the show, we will have the main event, the Enforcers going up against the last two teams in the matchup in a triple threat. You fucking guys. You're assholes. You know that? Jesus Christ. Can we get back to wrestling business here?
Man. Yo, these comments
Good Lord
are killing
Almighty.
me.
You guys are going to get me banned from here. Be careful. Holy shit.
These comments are killing me right
You
now.
guys are killing me softly right now.
Oh, God.
Man. Killing me
Ooh.
softly.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man.
Ooh, man, you got the clowns. That was funny.
Here's the challenge. Lewis grows his hair out and Jaden grows a beard. I can't grow no more hair, bro.
I could grow a beard, but I like my baby face, you know?
Yeah.
I like
So no fucking clapping. All right. So, with that in mind, thank you, wrestling fans, for joining us. Thank you for watching us. Please feel free to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You guys are assholes. Our next topic in the next 3 weeks, we are going to have, again, due to our creative team with awesome idea, meaning one in particular,
Yes.
the greatest returns of all time in any organization, AEW, New Japan, WWE, doesn't matter. Twitter, yes, I'm sorry, fucking X. It's not Twitter.
Yeah, it's not
Fucking
Twitter
X.
anymore.
Fucking X is gone.
God. Oh,
Jeez.
God.
Twitter, patches.
Twitter, yeah, it's no longer Twitter. It's
Like,
X.
I don't know what the fuck they were thinking
what
about
they were
X.
thinking when they named it that, but
Makes no fucking sense to me. Anyway, X. You can find us on X. But thank you, wrestling fans, for joining us. From myself, Lewis, the Encyclopedia of Pro Wrestling.
AJ, the heel kid of pro wrestling.
And from my lovely producer and director, no more tweet. Nope, no more tweet. It's X now. No more tweet. So wait, what? No more tweet. Twitter is the is a better site.
Oh, God.
So yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining us, fans. From myself, Lewis,
And the heel kid of pro wrestling.
and for my lovely producer, my lovely wife Yesenia. Thank you, fans, for joining us. We'll see you next time. Thank you.